If someone asks who reigns over both Asia and Europe, the answer is Russia. Recently, Russia showcased its military might with striking clarity. In a grand display commemorating the 76th anniversary of their victory over the Nazis in World War II, Russia flexed its muscles. During a military parade, President Putin was present with 50,000 soldiers and approximately 1,000 types of military hardware. This event took place in Moscow's Red Square on Thursday, May 9, 2024. And was attended by leaders from former Soviet Union countries. It was a parade that was anything but ordinary, truly a formidable sight to behold. Russia has never lost its power, from the days of the empire, through its transformation into the Soviet Union. And now, as a federal nation, Russia remains a dominant force over much of Asia and parts of Europe. Russia continues to be the most feared adversary of the European Union and the United States. Currently facing potential conflicts with European nations, particularly France, Russia remains militarily unmatched by Europe. Boasting the world's fifth largest army and capable of producing its own advanced weaponry, which it exports to allied nations, Russia is a force to be reckoned with. It tolerates no threats, however minor, from its adversaries. Always on alert, Russia will not initiate war lightly, but is unafraid to meet challenges head-on. And its trump card, nuclear weapons, the most dreaded arsenal in existence. Before those ultimate weapons come into play, Russia possesses a serious defense and combat system that's not to be trifled with. So, think twice before underestimating this powerhouse. For a deeper dive, let's explore the detailed depiction of Russia's military strength across air, sea, and land.
The website globalfirepower.com, which ranks the military strength of all countries in the world, places Russia in second position, only behind the United States. Interestingly, the difference in their strength is very slim. The power index of America stands at a score of 0.0712. while Russia is at 0.0714. This index difference is indeed intriguing, especially when we look at the amount of money they allocate to the military. Russia only spends $82.6 billion, while America spends nearly 10 times that amount at $761 billion. So if money were the main factor in the power index, the United States should be far superior. With a budget of $761 billion, Russia funds various things, including their military personnel. According to records, Russia has a total of 1,330,900 personnel, consisting of 830,900 active personnel, 250,000 reserve personnel, and 250,000 paramilitaries. Compared to their population of 142 million people, Russia's total personnel only make up about 0.9% of the total population. Whereas, compared to the number of men aged 16 to 49 who must be ready for war, which is about 2.8%, Russia's mature population is around 46.5 million people. So, the issue of adding emergency personnel from civilians is not a big problem for Russia. From personnel, let's look at Russia's armament strength, also known as a world-class armament producer. Let's start by discussing the army first. Data shows that Russia has 12,566 main tanks, 151,641 armored vehicles, 10,911 artillery shooters, and 3,887 rocket launchers. As a country with a large area and many borders, Russia equips their army strength very well. One example is their strongest tank, the T-14 Armata. This fourth-generation tank is equipped with a main weapon, the two A-82-1M 125mm smoothbore cannon, capable of firing 48 rounds, 32 of which are loaded in the autoloader. In the future, the T-14 Armata will be equipped with a main weapon, the two A-83 152mm smoothbore tank gun, capable of firing advanced projectiles at a speed of 6,500 feet per second and a shooting distance of 1.2 miles. With these capabilities, the T-14 Armata deserves the nickname Land Monster. In addition to the T-14 Armata, there is also the BMPT Terminator. This armament has been operational since 2002 and is known as a nightmare for tanks on the battlefield. With its main weapon, the 4 Ataka-T GWS rocket launchers, this combat vehicle can defeat tanks of the same class as the M1A2 Abrams owned by the United States. Interestingly, both of these Russian ground armaments were recently used in the conflict in Ukraine. Navy. Now let's move on to naval strength. Russia's naval armament consists of several types, including 1 aircraft carrier, 15 destroyers, 11 frigates, 86 corvettes, 70 submarines, 59 patrol ships, and 49 minesweepers. Based on this data, it can be said that Russia's strength in the naval defense sector is top tier. One striking aspect of Russia's development and use of naval armament is the possession of nuclear submarines. One of them is the Belgorod submarine, which recently caught America's attention. According to intelligence reports, Belgorod has successfully tested the launch of the Poseidon torpedo. This advanced torpedo is equipped with artificial intelligence for target determination and uses satellite control, so accurate targeting is no longer an issue. This torpedo can travel at a speed of 116 miles per hour and has a nuclear warhead with a power of 2 megatons of TNT. It's worth noting that the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki that ended World War II only used explosives with a power of 15 kilotons of TNT and 20 kilotons of TNT. So if the power of the Poseidon torpedo is 100 times greater than what destroyed Japan, then it's not just one city that would be wiped out, but possibly an entire country. Let's hope this Poseidon torpedo is never used. The Poseidon torpedo is not the only projectile that poses a threat to America. Currently, there's also the Cosmos 2543 rocket used to shoot satellites. So, in terms of projectiles, Russia can be a nightmare, both on land and in space. Air Force. After discussing the Army and Navy, let's move on to Russia's Air Force. Based on the available data, Russia's air armament is highly capable, owning 1,217 fighter jets, 2,068 helicopters, and 1,134 support aircraft. In modern warfare, the Air Force plays a crucial role, hence the development and weapons used must be advanced. One of Russia's fighter planes that have recently caught attention is the Mikoyan MiG-31K. This plane can fly at a speed of 1,864 miles per hour and is equipped with a hypersonic missile named Kinzhal. This missile is one of the best that Russia possesses. The Kinzhal missile has a range of up to 1,243 miles with a shooting speed of 8,824 miles per hour. This missile is also equipped with a nuclear warhead weighing 1,102 pounds with a power of 500 kilotons. In a single attack, this missile can easily destroy tanks, buildings, or other targets. According to recent reports, this missile has become a nightmare in Ukraine due to its extremely high speed, making it difficult to intercept even with advanced projectiles. So, this missile is deadly and unreachable. Based on the above discussion, it can be concluded that Russia's military strength is a cause for concern for America. Hopefully, these two countries can achieve peace and not engage in war. Human life should be peaceful. That's all for now. See you in the next video.
To understand the strength of the Russian Navy, let's start by examining their personnel equipment. In terms of numbers, the Russian naval military personnel currently reach 160,000. In carrying out their duties, the Russian Navy is of course equipped with a competent weapon system. Starting with the P-96 pistol, which has a range of approximately 164 feet and a bullet speed of approximately 1,033 feet per second. Then there is the PP-19 Vityaz light machine gun, which has a firing rate of 800 rounds per minute with a range of up to approximately 656 feet. There is also the AK-203 long barrel rifle with a range of up to approximately 2,625 feet and a firing rate of up to 700 rounds per minute. Additionally, there is the KS-23 shotgun with a range of approximately 492 feet. Starting with pistols, the SR-1 Vector stands out as it is used by the Spetsnaz, Russia's elite forces. This weapon is relatively lightweight at approximately 2.09 pounds. The 18 bullets it can carry travel at a speed of about 1,378 feet per second, with a range of up to approximately 328 feet. This makes it highly suitable for covert operations. Then there is the PP-19 Vityaz light machine gun, also used by the Spetsnaz. It has a firing rate of 800 rounds per minute and a shooting range of approximately 656 feet. This weapon is typically used for ambush missions requiring a light yet effective firearm. Next is the AN-94 assault rifle, again used by the Spetsnaz in raid or combat missions. It has a firing rate of 1,800 rounds per minute and a shooting range of approximately 2,625 feet. Lastly, there is the OSV-96 sniper rifle, restricted to Spetsnaz and President Putin's guards. This sniper rifle has a range of up to approximately 6,562 feet with a bullet speed of about 2,986 feet per second. This capability gives Russian snipers a deadly edge. To disperse armed groups, the Russian army also operates the AGS-40 Balkan grenade launcher. This weapon carries 20 grenades, ready to be launched up to a range of about 8,202 feet. With this amount of ammunition, enemy armed groups can be thrown into disarray. When it comes to firearms used against military equipment, the Russian army has a plethora of weapons. Let's start with the heavy machine guns used in Ukraine, such as the DSHK. This machine gun has a firing rate of 600 rounds per minute and a range of up to about 8,202 feet. The DSHK is very effective against light armored vehicles. There's also the ATGM, or Anti-Tank Guided Missile, where Russia uses the 9M133 Kornet that employs beam-riding anti-tank technology. This ATGM ammunition can reach targets up to approximately 6.2 miles, with an accuracy level of less than about 16 feet. With a 4.6 kilogram warhead, the 9M133 Kornet can be a nightmare for enemy tanks. In conquering tanks, Russia not only uses ATGMs, but also employs PTKM-1R anti-tank mines to block the path of Ukrainian tanks. Moreover, the Russian army aims not only at ground military equipment, but also at aerial assets. This comes from the use of man-pads, man-portable air defense system, like the 9K-333 Verba. This man-pads can reach speeds of up to approximately 1,118 miles per hour, with a range of up to about 4.04 miles and a maximum altitude of about 2.8 miles. With these capabilities combined with an advanced infrared guidance system, the 9K-333 Verba with a 1.5 kilogram warhead can be a decisive factor in modern warfare involving missiles, drones, and fighter jets. Besides offensive equipment, the Russian military also uses defensive gear, such as the 6B-45 bulletproof vest, 6B-46 tactical vest, and 6B-47 military helmet. Thus, the individual equipment used by the Russian army is indeed very formidable. Light machine guns, long-barrel rifles, and shotguns are often used by the Navy in various operations such as intercepting pirates or hostage rescue. To counter various types of heavy weapons like enemy warships, they also use effective firearms like the GM-94 grenade launcher and the RPG-30 bazooka with a range of approximately 656 feet. There is also the VKS-type sniper rifle with a range of approximately 2,625 feet and a bullet speed of approximately 984 feet per second, taking only 2 seconds to hit a target. In terms of firearms, the Russian Navy can be considered a complete package for naval battle scenarios. When discussing the naval military strength, we can't overlook the military ships they possess. Let's start with aircraft carriers, where Russia has one Kuznetsov-class aircraft carrier. This carrier, which has been operational since 1990, measures approximately 1,001 feet in length and can carry a load of up to 58,600 tons. With this weight, the Kuznetsov can carry 30 to 50 fighter jets. Unfortunately, even though it's Russia's only aircraft carrier, the Kuznetsov is somewhat outdated because it uses a steam engine that can only travel up to approximately 9,754 miles at a speed of 29 knots or about 31 miles per hour. In terms of weaponry, the Kuznetsov is quite complete, with heavy machine guns like the 1130 ICWS Alaska, 930, and Kashtan CIWs, as well as rocket launchers such as the P-700 anti-ship missile, 3K-95 Kinzhal air defense system, HQ-10, and the one UDAV-1 ASW anti-submarine rocket launcher. Regarding aircraft carriers, one Kuznetsov-class unit is certainly not enough for Russia, which is why the country is running the 23,000E project. This project is estimated to cost up to $5.5 billion for one new Storm-class aircraft carrier. This carrier will be larger, measuring approximately 1,083 feet in length with a load capacity of 100,000 tons. It will also use a nuclear engine capable of enabling it to sail for up to 20 years at a speed of about 30 knots or approximately 34 miles per hour. There is no clear detail about the weaponry that will be used by the Storm-class carrier, but it will definitely include the S-400 air defense system. Additionally, its size will accommodate up to 100 Russian fighter jets like the Su-57, a multi-role stealth aircraft, and the MiG-29K, a multi-role attack aircraft. Apart from aircraft carriers, another crucial naval armament in large-scale warfare is submarines. In this regard, Russia operates several types of submarines. Among all the submarines operated by Russia, the Oscar II type has received significant upgrades, even though it is a legacy from the Soviet Union. The upgraded Oscar II submarine, also known as Belgorod, has notable enhancements. The Belgorod submarine is notable for having access to the advanced Poseidon ammunition. This weapon is a mass destruction tool that carries a nuclear warhead with a force of over 2 megatons, which is 100 times more powerful than the atomic bombs that hit Hiroshima and Nagasaki at the end of World War II. This ammunition also boasts terrifying performance, as it can be launched from a depth of 3,280 feet and, when fired, can reach speeds of up to 115 miles per hour, with an unlimited range. Combined with the capabilities of the Belgorod as a nuclear submarine that can sail for 120 days at a speed of 36 miles per hour at a depth of 1,706 feet, this combination can be a very deadly weapon in warfare. Looking to the future, Russia has planned upgrades for the Yasen-class submarines to carry hypersonic missiles. Additionally, they are working on a new submarine project named Arctic-class. This submarine will be a nuclear-powered vessel carrying new types of ammunition, the specifics of which have not yet been disclosed to the public. Moving from submarines, let's look at the warships used by Russia. There are 3 types of ships in use: frigates, corvettes, and destroyers, totaling hundreds of units. Of all the warships Russia possesses, the Kirov-class destroyer is the star in surface warfare. This ship, a legacy from the Soviet Union, has undergone numerous updates, transforming the Kirov into a powerful cruiser with a plethora of weaponry. Starting with an array of missiles like the P-700, S-300T, 3K-95 Kinzhal, and OSA-MA. Then there are heavy machine guns like the AK-130, Alaska, 630, and the CADS N-1 Kordik. It also has torpedo launchers like the UDAV-1 and Typer 53. As a warship, the Kirov is also equipped with a nuclear engine, enabling limitless cruising at a speed of 23 miles per hour. In addition to ships as the main armament in military operations, the Russian Navy also utilizes various types of aircraft, starting with fighter jets as the main attack line often operated from aircraft carriers. There are at least 7 types of fighter jets used by the Russian Navy, totaling 204 units. Among all the fighter jet units used, the Su-30 is the most advanced. This fourth-generation fighter jet can reach speeds of up to Mach 2 or about 1,317 miles per hour, with a range of approximately 1,864 miles and a maximum flight altitude of about 57,415 feet. In terms of armament, the Su-30 is equipped with a variety of weapons, starting from a 30mm caliber machine gun, air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface missiles, anti-ship missiles, anti-radiation missiles, to bomb ammunition. For bombs, the Su-30 can even carry the RBK-500 cluster bomb, one of the most destructive bombs owned by Russia. In the future, the Russian Navy's fighter jet units are expected to receive updates, such as the use of the Su-57, a fifth-generation stealth fighter jet, of which there are currently only 21 units. Besides fighter jets, there are also transport aircraft used. There are at least 69 transport aircraft used by the Russian Navy, from 7 available types. Among all the transport aircraft used, the Antonov 140, which is made in Ukraine, is the largest because it can carry up to 6 tons of cargo. Transport aircraft like this play an important role in the Navy for transporting various needs of the crew to the military base where they are stationed. Apart from fighter jets and transport aircraft, the Russian Navy also uses other types of aircraft, such as air patrol aircraft, command and control aircraft, and anti-submarine aircraft. In the helicopter category used by the Russian Navy, there are 7 types with a total of 137 units. These helicopters perform various tasks, ranging from anti-submarine helicopters, early warning helicopters, transport helicopters, and of course, attack helicopters. Typically, these helicopters are used on warships or destroyers that have helicopter landing pads. The use of helicopters clearly provides many advantages in warfare. With the strength of the Russian Navy as we have seen, if the Russia-Ukraine war continues to expand, and the Black Sea becomes the main battleground, we might witness a fierce clash of naval power between Russia, Ukraine, the United States, and NATO. Given the formidable strength of the Russian Navy, with a combination of warships and various fighter jets ready to launch attacks, it could be a significant force in any such conflict. When discussing the strength of the army, it's not just about the firearms they use, but also the land armaments. As one of the countries with the largest military budgets in the world, capable of allocating up to $86.4 billion US, Russia undoubtedly possesses an extensive array of armaments to bolster its army's strength. Let's start with tanks. Russia is known as a world-renowned tank manufacturer, and several of its tank variants have sold hundreds of units to various countries. For their use, Russia employs a variety of tank models they have developed. Of all the tanks used by Russia, the T-90 currently stands as the best frontline option. In its deployment in Ukraine, this tank has destroyed Ukrainian military hardware. In terms of specifications, the T-90 is armed with a 2A46M 125mm smoothbore gun equipped with an advanced autoloader system. This main weapon can fire various types of ammunition such as APFSDS, armor-piercing, fin-stabilized, discarding sabot for high penetration and heat, high-explosive anti-tank ammunition. Combined with its operational capability to travel up to about 342 miles with a speed of about 37 miles per hour, the T-90 is an apt choice for prolonged combat, as seen in its success against the Leopard 2 in the Ukrainian fields. After tanks, there are other types of armaments, such as artillery launchers. According to available data, Russia uses various artillery pieces, primarily originating from Soviet-era legacies and independently developed by Russia. In the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the artillery lineup utilized the 2K25 Krasnopol ammunition. This ammunition has an 11-kilogram high-explosive warhead. Its range reaches up to about 25 miles and is equipped with a laser guidance system supported by GLONASS GPS technology, providing this ammunition with efficient maneuvering and firing paths. Therefore, it's no surprise that this artillery ammunition has struck and destroyed Ukrainian artillery units. Next, let's move on to another type of attack armament, armored vehicles. Russia uses a variety of armored vehicles, ranging from infantry fighting vehicles and tank destroyers to personnel carriers. Of all the armored vehicles possessed by Russia, the BMP infantry fighting vehicle is the most commonly used in the invasion of Ukraine. Unfortunately, these infantry fighting vehicles have often met with misfortune at the front lines, from being destroyed by drones to being hijacked by Ukrainian soldiers. This has led to a decrease in the use of armored vehicles in military operations there, and when they are used, they are typically accompanied by heavy combat vehicles like tanks. After discussing the vehicles used for attacks, let's shift to discussing armaments used for defense, such as air defense systems. In Russia, air defense systems are comprehensive and divided into three categories: short range, medium range, and long range. Each of these air defense systems has its specific role. Short-range air defense systems are tasked with attacking helicopters and low-flying aircraft, such as the American A-10 or the Russian Su-25. Medium-range systems are responsible for intercepting cruise missiles and short-range ballistic missiles. Long-range air defense systems are designed to intercept medium and long-range ballistic missiles. In the war against Ukraine, Russia's air defense systems have repeatedly proven themselves by destroying drones and Ukrainian missiles. When discussing the strength of the Russian army, one crucial aspect that cannot be overlooked is their control over nuclear warhead weaponry. In Russia, there's a missile known as Satan II. This missile, officially named RS-28 Sarmat, carries a nuclear warhead. Its range is formidable, reaching up to approximately 11,185 miles. When launched, this missile can not only reach Ukraine, but can also cover all of Europe and even the United States. With a single strike, cities as large as London, Amsterdam, or Washington, D.C. could be leveled. In the Russia-Ukraine war, Russia has realized the effectiveness of drone usage, as their drones have achieved significant success. For instance, the Geran-2 drone successfully attacked urban areas in Ukraine. The Geran-2, based on Iran's Shahed 136, can travel up to approximately 1,553 miles with a speed of about 115 miles per hour. Additionally, there is the Lancet drone, which is now adapted to counter Ukraine's electronic warfare threats, enabling more precise attacks. Observing the success of these two drones, Russia is currently developing more advanced drones like the Luke Corsair and Kronstadt Sirius. These drones will play a crucial role as they can be used for reconnaissance or as attack armaments. Heavy infantry fighting vehicles like the T-15 Armata and artillery launchers like the two S-35. This development is part of Russia's effort to enhance their production capacity for armaments and standardize the technology used. Given the strength of its army, it's no surprise that Russia can adapt against Ukraine, which is assisted by the United States and other European countries. Russia's arsenal of sophisticated weaponry and its substantial military budget are key factors in this adaptability.
Discussing strength of the Air Force, let's dive straight into discussing the fighter jets, which are the main strike force. The Russian fighter jets can be divided into four categories: air superiority, attack aircraft, multi-role aircraft, and strategic bombers. It is evident that the manufacturers of Russian fighter jets indeed represent the country as a reliable producer of fighter jets, since none are sourced from other countries. There are only two origins of their fighter jets, either inherited from the Soviet Union or developed independently in the post-Soviet Russian era. In terms of numbers, the Russian fighter jet fleet reaches 1,335 units. Delving deeper into fighter jets in the Russia-Ukraine war, one of the most anticipated jets for operation is the Su-57 multi-role stealth aircraft. This aircraft is considered the deadliest in the Russian Air Force. Regarding specifications, the Su-57 boasts a maximum speed of Mach 2, equivalent to about 1,327 miles per hour. When in flight, this aircraft is equipped with super cruise technology, enabling it to maintain supersonic speeds, specifically around Mach 1.3 or approximately 870 miles per hour. Its operational range reaches about 2,175 miles, with a maximum altitude of around 12 miles above the Earth's surface, situating it within the stratosphere. For enemy detection, the Su-57 utilizes the Bielka radar, which has a coverage of up to 248 miles and can focus on 16 targets simultaneously. The Su-57 isn't just about impressive flying abilities and radar technology, but also boasts a comprehensive weaponry system. This fighter jet can carry a wide range of munitions, including air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface missiles, anti-ship missiles, anti-radiation missiles, and a variety of bombs. But that's not all. The most advanced variant of the Su-57, the Su-57 Felon, operates with cutting-edge technology capable of pairing with the advanced stealth drone S-70 Okhotnik. This pairing marks an innovative step by Russia to achieve full control in aerial combat. The S-70 Okhotnik, acting as a loyal wingman to the Su-57, is tasked with various roles, from conducting reconnaissance as a primary source of attack information to engaging enemy air defense systems or military bases. In terms of capabilities, the S-70 Okhotnik is exceptionally proficient, capable of speeds up to 621 miles per hour, a range of approximately 3,728 miles, and can carry up to 2 tons of ammunition, including air-to-air missiles, air-to-surface missiles, and an array of bombs. Impressively, the S-70 Okhotnik is also equipped with artificial intelligence that determines its speed, route, and altitude to support its stealth functions in mission execution. As a safety measure, this AI is limited in control to prevent the autonomous firing of munitions, with the ammunition control remaining in the hands of the Su-57 pilot. The integration of the Su-57 and S-70 Okhotnik is expected to be completed by 2024. Should this integration proceed smoothly, the combination of a stealth fighter jet and stealth attack drone could set a new trend in the military world. When it comes to ammunition, the types and capabilities of Russian munitions are indeed formidable, as this nation, symbolized by the red bear, possesses an array of lethal weapons. Starting with their cruise missiles, one of the most advanced is the Kh-59 Mk2. This missile is equipped with a warhead weighing about 705 pounds, featuring a shaped charge fragmentation type. This kind of warhead is specifically designed to deliver devastating strikes on bunkers and strategic structures like command centers or military barracks. The missile's range is equally impressive, reaching up to 180 miles with a speed of Mach 0.88 or about 672 miles per hour. Russian cruise missile technology also deserves commendation for its ability to convert bombs into cruise missiles. For example, the FAB-500, a Soviet-era bomb, when encased in a new shell, achieves a range of up to 43 miles. Then there are hypersonic missiles for air-to-air combat focused on fighter jet engagements. Russia's latest hypersonic missile is the Vympel R-37M. This missile is equipped with a 132-pound high-explosive fragmentation warhead and has an astonishing range of up to 247 miles, traveling at the astounding speed of Mach 6, or approximately 4,603 miles per hour. With this speed, the Vimpel R-37M can easily pursue American F-16S, which were donated to Ukraine, as their speed caps at about 1,498 miles per hour. Regarding bombs, one example is the laser-guided KB-1500L, with an accuracy within about 13 to 23 feet of the target. This munition is ideal for attacking military hardware convoys or command post strikes. In the war against Ukraine, Russia also possesses a particularly deadly weapon, the cluster bomb, ready to be a source of nightmares. Lastly, and certainly not to be forgotten, is the nuclear bomb. In its history, Russia is known to have developed the Tsar Bomba, the largest nuclear bomb ever, with an explosive power 3,800 times greater than the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Discussing the Air Force isn't just about fighter jets and destructive ammunition at the forefront. It also encompasses aircraft with different roles. One such example is military transport aircraft, responsible for moving everything from personnel and weapons to military hardware. From available data, Russia possesses a diverse fleet of military transport aircraft from various manufacturers and countries. Russia reportedly has around 468 military transport aircraft. Interestingly, this data also reveals a past close military relationship between Russia and Ukraine, indicated by the presence of the An-140 and An-148 transport aircraft. Among all the military transport aircraft operated by Russia, the An-124, a legacy from the Soviet Union, stands out as the largest military transport aircraft owned by Russia and is also the largest in the world. Its capacity is substantial, capable of carrying up to 150 metric tons, equivalent to about 330,700 pounds. In the future, this An-124 will be replaced by a newer aircraft, the Ilyushin Il-106 Pak VTA, planned for launch in 2026. This transport aircraft will have an even larger capacity of 200 metric tons, or approximately 440,925 pounds, and remarkably, its speed will reach supersonic levels, around 761 miles per hour. The Ilyushin Il-106 is set to become the mainstay of Russia's future transportation fleet, which is why Russia ambitiously targets the completion of 80 aircraft by 2026. In addition to transport aircraft, Russia also utilizes various types of support aircraft to assist in a range of military operations. There are at least 4 types of support aircraft in use. Firstly, there is the AWACS, or Airborne Early Warning and Control System aircraft, whose mission is to provide early warnings to Russian military units about various threats, including aircraft, ships, ground vehicles, and missiles. Russia operates at least 4 types of AWACS aircraft, all of which are legacies of the Soviet Union. Then, another vital component in Russia's arsenal is its electronic warfare aircraft. As the name suggests, these planes are tasked with countering attacks on electronic devices, which can disrupt communication channels. Russia employs at least 2 types of electronic warfare aircraft. Next, we have reconnaissance aircraft, which play a crucial role in gathering information from enemy territories, serving as a primary reference for decision-making. Typically, aircraft in this category possess robust stealth capabilities. In Russia, there are 5 types of reconnaissance aircraft utilized. The final category of support aircraft is the aerial refueling tanker. Currently, Russia has two types of tanker aircraft: the Ilyushin Il-78, capable of transferring up to about 581 gallons of fuel. This aircraft, once again, is a legacy of the Soviet Union. The array of military hardware owned by Russia also substantiates its status as one of the strongest combat forces in the world. This is largely due to the substantial military legacy left by the Soviet Union to Russia. Regarding the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, it appears that the Russian Air Force has yet to play all its cards, as we have not yet seen the action from their flagship fighter jet, the Su-57. Naturally, the hope is that this fighter jet does not get involved, as there might soon be a possibility for Russia and Ukraine to find a middle ground and reach a peaceful resolution.